Still to come on WBTV News at noon, today's guest is helping us get back on track with our eating if you've struggled with your diet during this pandemic. This may be for you. The Nutrition Mythbuster in less than 3 minutes. Now at noon, bathing suit season is over and the holidays are approaching, but healthy eating should still be at the top of your priority list. Today's guest, Jonny Bowden, is joining us more with how you can get your eating back on track if you've lost sight of things a little bit during this global pandemic. Well, it's good to have you on, Jonny.
It's good to be on with you. I wish I was there in person.
I know. We're in North Carolina, you're in Los Angeles, but we're connected via Zoom, and you're going to walk us through some of the things that we could do to get back on track when it comes to healthy eating.
I am, and I actually brought some props to show what we consider to be comfort food. This is the stuff that sold out in all the supermarkets during the beginning of the pandemic. We all comforted ourselves and said, well, it makes us feel better, and besides it, it won't spoil and we can keep it in the pantry for a couple of months till this thing ends. But the problem is this food may feel comforting when we eat it under terrible circumstances, or it may remind us of childhood, or it may just calm our nerves. But if you take two genetically equal mice and you feed them the equivalent of this stuff in mice food, this is what you get. And this is what you get when you eat this stuff. And it's really as simple as this may be comforting for the moment, but I'm going to be 74 next year. And I'm telling you, I'm much more comforted by the fact that I'm not on any medications, that I have amazing energy, that I wake up every morning without an alarm clock happy. And it's because I start with this stuff, which is what the human body was meant to live on, not this stuff, which is, yes, I know it's more convenient. And I know that it's more easy to make and it's more accessible, but it is not doing you any good. It is not something you're going to be happy about in 10 and 20 and 30 and 40 years. I promise you that.
So Jonny, we have 1 minute. Jonny, we have 1 minute to go. So I'm asking you if you could give us some tips for those of us who do want to eat healthy.
Eat real food that your great-great-grandmother would have recognized as food. I'm not one of these people who cares if you're in keto or you're in vegan or exactly what proportion of protein or carbs. What you want to do is look for the foods that would spoil. So healthy meats, foods you could have hunted or fished or gathered or plucked. Healthy oils like Malaysian palm oil and olive oil and butter. And we have to stop believing that one ingredient is responsible for our bad health. Even high fructose corn syrup, which is a very bad ingredient, but it's not the only thing. People blame palm oil, for example, wonderful, wonderful fat, for deforesting the environment. It doesn't. That's a soundbite. In Malaysia, that's one of the most environmentally aware and sustainable kind of cultures where they really care about those things. They protect the forest. And you've got this rich oil with all this red stuff. These oils are white. They may be convenient, but they are so inflammatory. You've got to get rid of these oils, start using the healthy oils. We all need an oil change. And stop being afraid of fat. That's my biggest tip. I wrote a book about it. It's called The Great Cholesterol Myth. We do not have to fear fat anymore, including healthy saturated fats. What we have to fear is this white stuff.